Hello guys, my name is LaDonna Reynolds. I am a recent graduate of the OTID program at Lenoir-Rhyne University. I wanted to take a moment to share my experience about the program and about how it has affected me post-graduation. So I'm going to do my best not to sound overly dramatic, but it really has been life-changing for me, and I want to explain why. So I have been in the education field for about maybe 7 years, maybe a little longer than that. Most of my background has been in middle school mathematics, and I stumbled upon this program. I'm glad that I did. I found it by mistake, and the reason I found it by mistake is because I was trying to find out, what do I want to do with my life? I enjoy teaching, but I wanted to stretch myself a little bit more, and so I was doing a lot of technology integration in my classroom. I was doing some blended learning. I was doing a little bit of flipped classroom, and I love gamification with my kids. And so I was trying to find a field that I knew would fit me, something that would suit me, something I knew I would use regularly, and that I would be passionate about. And so I was trying to, find master's degree programs that teachers would be interested in. And I heard about this instructional design thing. I was like, what is that? I never heard of that. And I looked into it, and it had a lot to do with, building learning modules and designing lessons and, a lot of the things that I was already doing. I said, okay, well, I want to know the science behind it. So I saw that Lenoir-Rhyne had an OTID program, and it was online. And that really intrigued me because, I was a new mom, and I just had a lot of things going on where I couldn't go face to face. And so this was the perfect fit for me. So I applied, I got in, and it was a really exciting experience. And so then the classes started. And I would say out of all the classes, the ones that stand out the most to me would be these three. Probably the emerging web and mobile technologies, how do people learn, and then my practicum experience. Those stand out to me the most just because I learned so much from it, and I'm still applying it now. The learning theories and the methodologies, and there's a lot of psychology in this, and there's a lot of technology. It's like all the wonderful things that's in teaching all wrapped in one. And that's what I really loved about the program. And so I was applying a lot of the stuff in my face-to-face class. But then during the experience, or during my journey to getting the degree, I was offered a position as an online teacher. So while in the program, I was an online teacher. And it was so cool to be able to incorporate the things that I was learning. I had to teach classes synchronously, but then I also had to do the same classes asynchronously. And so it was a challenge, but it was a good one. It was a good one. I really enjoyed it. So I did that for a year, and I enjoyed that experience, but I then found an instructional designer opportunity at the community college level that was a good fit for me, and I got the job. And now I'm just realizing how much I learned in the program and how it's still benefiting me, particularly the accessibility stuff that I learned. It is a really big deal, and I'm just glad that I have that training, because it was an advantage that I had over a lot of the same interview candidates. And so I really think that you're going to enjoy this program if you think it's a good fit for you. I'm willing to connect with anyone that wants to talk about it in a little more detail. So if you want to look me up on LinkedIn or on Twitter, I'll be happy to talk to you about it. Again, my name is LaDonna Reynolds, and I have nothing but positive things to say. One last thing. One wonderful thing about doing this program at Lenoir-Rhyne, you really get that relationship. I still talk to my advisor, and I graduated a year ago. I talk to her regularly. I talk to my peers regularly from my classes, and we all talk about our experiences. They're so different. Some in the corporate world doing instructional design with their trainings, some of us in higher ed, and some of us in K-12. It's just a wonderful, wonderful experience. I think you will really love it, and it's been life-changing for me. So good luck in your journey.